We left Norway around 950 AD in search of new food sources. The shaman had predicted good weather.
Great Odin, grant us good weather for our journey.
But an hour into the voyage, a severe thunderstorm arose. The winds howled and lightning flashed. Everyone began to cry out to Thor to save us. Then the unthinkable happened. Lightning hit our vessel and it split in two. Everything tumbled into the ocean. My kinsmen, weapons, food. All was lost except for me and a beer keg. I floated until I reached shore, where I made camp further inland. As I sat by the fire, warming myself, I heard a growl behind me. Without turning, I knew it was a wolf. I froze, afraid to move. I trembled, unsure what to do, when suddenly strength began to curse throughout my body. It began in my toes and spread upward until I felt I could take on the world. I turned and fought the wolf. Needless to say, I was victorious. In the morning, I put out the fire and left. I headed south, but keeping the shore within sight in case something attacked. After much walking, I came across the village. I could see they were fellow Vikings, but from another tribe. I approached slowly, unsure if they were friendly or not. I startled a woman churning butter, but I put up my hands to indicate I meant her no harm. She asked me where I was from, and I told her Oslo. She said I was now in Grimsted. I told her about the fate of my ship, and she led me to a great hall. The king and his men were eating lunch, but upon hearing of my kinsmen, they immediately began to make preparations for a funeral. They wanted to sacrifice a slave, but I instantly refused the offer. After the funeral, the people told me that they planned to leave their lands as well in search of food sources and asked me to accompany them. But after the tragedy that befell my people, I told them I couldn't bring myself to get on board another ship. I said I would just keep walking. One of the men, Fimbagi, approached me and offered to take me as wife. I accepted, and we headed out the next day. We walked for about 900 years before we reached Thailand, where we decided to settle. We built a small village and had 2 children.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Check it.